And like we're starting to see this change in Cassian too, which is really cool.
Oh, and can we just for a second, because if we don't talk about it and we forget about this, I'll be so upset. The best line of the episode that I just gave me goosebumps when he asks him again. He's like,
Yeah.
"How many men on each floor?" And he's like, "Never more than 12."
Yeah.
Just like, oh my gosh. And
Yeah,
that just
what a
ends. I'm like,
killer way to end it.
what
Yeah.
an amazing way to end it.
The acting, yes, you mentioned Andy Serkis. Like, it's just amazing to watch him on screen.
Right.
And even the scene where he's trying to tone everyone down, like, we haven't heard anything.
Yep.
Stop. It's just a
Keep your
rumor.
head down.
Yeah. You could tell he's still trying to protect himself at that point. And I think this show does a really great job at showing how how slow a rebellion takes, how it really takes time to really grind down different everyday people. And it's not until this one little Jenga block sets you off and you're in the cause, and everyone has a different reason for the cause. And I really appreciate that the show gets so intimate and behind each character's reason for the cause.
Oh,
Yeah.
I personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to see Andy Serkis outlive this series and be a part of the original like Rebel Alliance
That'd be cool.
and get like be a part of his own thing that he directs and all that stuff.
I feel like he's probably gonna have to die.
And then he turns
know.
into Snoke.
Oh. Anyway, back to trash we go. No, this is really good stuff, and it should be revered that way. It's really unfortunate that, again, like you can't even like, because so much of Star Wars is bad for the most part, not good content. That is unfortunate that this is, because it has the Star Wars name, it's getting lumped into, Star Wars.
Well,
Yeah, that does happen.
yeah, but even so, it's cool to, and we've talked about like the tone shift of Andor. And that's not per se a space opera; it's espionage. But when Star Wars was coming out, especially like Empire, like we're pushing boundaries and critically acclaimed, and now we're getting back to critically acclaimed, pushing boundaries where it's like,
yes,
Andor is not just a great Star Wars show; it's one of the greatest shows that's on right now
of the year.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
tweeted
No
about
doubt.
this today too, about how this show in particular has brought back the art of television for me. Like looking forward to every week, let alone like the middle of the
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Week after week, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? And they've planned it so well that every episode ends and you're like, I need the next one, like thirsting
Yep.
for more. It is a lost art to build that type of anticipation week over week and keep people
Yeah.
coming. And I know that it hasn't had the biggest reception or the most viewers across like all of the Star Wars content, but I think that's probably for a good thing.
But give it time too.
Give it
Yeah.
time because it
People
will
will.
settle down. And I've had conversations with people who were fans of or went to go see the original trilogy in theaters when it came out, saying that this show is as good as Empire Strikes Back, or like it's like to the caliber of that.
And
Oh,
that
it
is so
absolutely is.
cool because
That's wild.
this was the last show that I was expecting
Yeah.
that to happen.
I remember seeing the trailers and I remember thinking, because of Rogue One, is like the show has real potential.